boys and girls. Welcome to Bachelorette Recap, a guy's review. As always, it's your boy Dave Neal, stand-up comedian, and let's jump right into it. As you guys know, it's week 7 of the Bachelorette. I recap the show, I take notes, read them back to you, no edits, no cuts, just me, you guys, and the comment section. So this week, I'll be discussing the group dates, Ivan's stepping it up, Ben's midnight maneuver, Rose ceremony, plus I'll talk about the donations and a revenue report at the very end. So stick around for the end. Always sharing you guys all that's going on with the channel. And let's get right into it. Week 7, Tayshia's season, formerly known as Claire's season. So ever been on vacation a little bit too long? That's what this feels like at La Quinta. Week 7 vibes at La Quinta. They're sick of the pool. They're sick of the cabana. They're sick of the continental breakfast. They've, explored every inch of the, succulents. They're kind of like, all right, let's get on with it. The boys have to write a love song for a chance to win a one-on-one date. Can we get Jed as the celebrity songwriter? Wouldn't that be nice if we just had old buddy Jed's there, writing them some dog chow tunes? If you don't understand that reference, you need to stick around longer. Kenny manages boy bands. You think he'd be able to win this event, but boy bands don't write their own music. So if it was a dance-off, maybe he could help out. Boy, I thought I was tone deaf. I mean, I got a bad voice, but these guys are bad. They didn't have one redeeming guy who could hold a note. Ivan comes along, great slam poetry. Tayshia gave him that look. You know the look, that look that goes, yeah, that's right. That's a man who can slam some poetry into me any day of the week. Moving on, folks. But, literally in 2 seconds, I wrote a song. So I want to sing you guys a song that I would have performed if I was on the show, but I wasn't. So here's my song to Tayshia Adams. Start again. Tayshia Adams from the Adams family. Tayshia Adams looking so gleefully. She's a smoke show, a last-minute bachelorette. Play your cards right, it's a bet you won't regret. Smoke show, a last-minute bachelorette. Play your cards right, you won't go in debt. The smoke show, a last-minute bachelorette. Fantasy sweet time, get wild and get wet. Hey, folks, all right, you know what? Maybe I should just stick to the spoken word as well. Not really good there. I tried my best. Hey, we're shooting it live. Let's move along. One-on-one date, room service, the floor is lava, week 7. That's the week they ran out of ideas. They're like spitballing ideas. Well, can we do the room is lava? They're like, we can do the room is lava. We have pillows. Everyone knows the room is lava. That's the floor is lava. Whatever. The room is lava. They're all just like plastered into place. All right. Pillow fight. Looks like an 18-wheeler ran over a flock of seagulls. Twister. Can't resist her. Don't miss her. A blister. Don't dismiss her. Twister's a great game to play. You're trying to get some nookie. You're pretending you're not as flexible as you want to be. Next thing you know, you're falling over, making out on a tarp. It's a good day. Ivan said, Tayshia brings life into him. Judging by her eyes, it looks like she wants him to bring his life into her as well. They do an ice cream sundae. Boy, can you get me a spoon? Give me one of those long spoons. I can just reach in and socially distance that ice cream sundae. Who ate all the leftovers of that sundae? What's happening? I'd be the first contestant who brings Tupperware to a date. And they're like, what are you doing, Dave? And I'm like, well, I'm just making some for later. It's going to be a long night. You go back to your La Quinta resort. You got one of those small fridges with the tiny little freezer. You pop in some Neapolitan. Call it a day. Who knows? Ivan shares how his younger brother is serving a 4-year prison sentence. Drugs and alcohol should not lead to prison sentences. You want to get political? Let's get political. Let's drop some politics into it. The privatized prison system in the U.S. is modern-day slavery. How about that? The U.S. has the highest rate of prisoners in the world. I'm laughing because it's a Bachelorette recap and I'm getting real. Folks can't afford parole and felons can't vote to change out the system. We have a problem in the U.S. Well, maybe if they weren't doing anything wrong. Black people are, subject to 5 times the amount of stopping. And you know what? All right. Point is we have a problem. And it's conversations like this that help show the whole country that, we don't all live in some beautiful little cul-de-sac. And I know I'm just some white guy who shaved off his mustache. What do I know about it? Well, I'm just saying. It's interesting to watch. If someone's watching The Bachelorette and can't appreciate the conversations that Ivan and Tayshia had as mixed race folks in our country, look, I don't know what to tell you. The diversity on this show is actually so amazing to watch because, for so long it's been so whitewashed, but we're actually seeing people with different experiences, and I think that's amazing, right, guys? I don't have much else to say about that, but I thought the conversation between Ivan and Tayshia was awesome, and it's that diversity that shows the empathy that we're supposed to have for others. You go, oh yeah, I can relate to that, or I can't relate to that, but just hearing their story, maybe I can be kinder to other people. And what I think it really shows us, watching these sorts of conversations that get kind of heavy, what it really shows us is that as humans, we have more in common than we have apart. You know what I mean? So we go, oh, this is someone from a completely different background, but I kind of relate to them. And then you know what? By building empathy, by taking down the walls that we've built up, we are unified as a species, universe, one song. Let's move on. Right, folks? Thought I'd throw that in there. And boy, if you're going to downvote that, please, as Tayshia would say, I'll walk you to the door, okay? You know what I mean? She is the Bachelorette. Oh, jeez. Let's move along. Group date. How far are you willing to go for love? That's what it says. How far are you willing to go for love? Well, they're on a dating show in the deadliest year of our lifetime. So I think that's far enough. They went to a desert. How far are you willing to go for love? I don't know. La Quinta, 3-star resort. And Tayshia brings out her friends Sydney, I'd go down under, and Becca, ready for a rebound. Boy, Becca, yeah. Some of these guys, I'm just saying, they're all quarantined. If Tayshia's ready to vote someone out, you wouldn't mind seeing Chasen knocking on Becca's door. Give her a romp. I'm not saying it's for life, but she just left an engagement. She's still got the tan line on the engagement ring, the old Neil Lane tan line as you get. Oh, shoot. It's a dare date. They're going on a dare date, sort of like Fear Factor. Riley chugs the cow intestines. Hey, way to take the bull by the bowels. You know what I mean? Bennett gets his balls signed by Chris Harrison. I love the bits they're doing. You know what? By not traveling, by not having these flight schedules and, going to Belarus and all these, the North Pole and the cruises through the Seine River, by all this BS being taken out, we're getting some more humor into the show, because comedy is kind of what lurks in between where you're supposed to be and where you're going. I just made that up, but it sounds like it makes sense. And, by not having anywhere to go, Chris is taking part in some of these stupid sketches. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm actually warming up to the season. I'm warming up to it. I wrote this down, best group date this year. Which dare would you do and which dare would you not do? I think all the drinking stuff would be easy. It's already blended. For me, it's like if it was a cockroach and you had to chew it, that's where I'm going. No thanks. No, thank you. Tayshia's a great bachelorette, guys. We got ourselves a winner. She's a great bachelorette, and let me tell you why. She knows how to ask these guys good questions, okay? She's a podcast host, which, by the way, who does she host that podcast with? The fact that she's a host a podcast and then blew up, and she's, giving out awards at AMAs, and she looked amazing, by the way. They glammed her up. I mean, they had a lot to work with in more ways than one, if you know what I mean, but they glammed her up. And Tayshia's an A-lister. And someone on my live stream brought this up. They were like, look, Tayshia might be too good for these guys. I mean, she's blowing up. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll have to see. If you haven't watched already, check out my live streams. It's like an hour. It's an hour I do Mondays and Thursdays. You can watch them afterwards if you don't get them, but it's a chance where you can connect. We usually have like 50 to 100 people at a time that are commenting. Shout out to Oz. We got a moderator on the team, Team Oz. Everyone loves Oz. He always leaves a good voicemail. I take voicemails. You call up. I talk to you guys. It's way more personal. I still like the recap that I do here, me and you, but I love the live stream because I can really chat with you guys. You guys have been amazing on that. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go find those past live streams. It's a ton of fun. Really, you don't even have to watch the show, I feel like, to enjoy the live streams, where it's kind of all of us just BSing. Tayshia is a great bachelorette. I mentioned that. Also, anyone else surprised that Zach got the group date rose? That surprised anyone else? I didn't really know Zach was a contender. We were watching it, and Zach was in the hot tub, and Tasha, my Tasha, not Tayshia, Tasha, my fiance, goes, oh, she's not even into Zach. Look at that body language. And then they start making out, and then she gives him the rose, and we just look at each other like, well, what do we know? You know what I mean? And that's the point, is what do we know? Yeah, we have no idea what they're going through and all that jazz. She might be into guys we don't even know about. Like, where's Brendan? I thought she liked him. What's going on? Ben pulls a late night trip to Tayshia's room. Look, this never works. Usually they're like, usually it's some like desperate chick. She goes to the guy's room and he sends her home. That's how it always works. But You know, Ben's a good stud. He's a good-looking stud. Then Ed decides to do a late-night trip, but ends up at Chris's room instead. And again, completely contrived, like just hilarious. I love Chris Harrison, but acting is not his forte. You know what I mean? He's like, well, it's 2:30 in the morning. You should have been over there, over yonder. It's like, all right, stiff. Take an improv class. Ben said, I want to apologize for making you feel disappointed in me. I hated everything about that comment. I mean, look, when did Ben do anything wrong? I mean, wasn't he just waiting to be the last one to talk to her? I understand it's just a weird scenario for a guy like Ben who's probably noble, doesn't want to interrupt his bros, wants everyone to get a shot. He's a team player. This show isn't built for team players. It's built for guys like Noah who just want a ball hug. They're going to have to put Tayshia in witness protection to keep guys from waking her up at all hours of the night. She just gets a knock on the door. She's like, oh, geez, I need to change my room number. All right, cocktail party. We're flying along. Cocktail party. As soon as Tayshia says hi, Ben swoops in like SEAL Team 6. He wasn't missing an opportunity. He invades her territory like she's the Crimean Peninsula and he's Vladimir Putin. Show Tayshia your Russian troll farm there, Putin. Show her what it's like back in the USSR. Don't hesitate. She doesn't want you Stalin, if you know what I mean. Hey, folks, we are kicking it up. I was writing this little random bit here, and Tasha goes, was he Russian or something? And I was like, no, he's not Russian. I just made that whole thing up. It's called irreverent humor. You know what I mean? Some people they don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying, guys? But you guys get me, right? Someone was so sweet too. Last recap, someone, you guys in the comment section are so great. If I could be thankful for anything in a real lousy year, 2020, a real lousy year, I got my family, I got my friends, people I hold dear to me, and I got my commenters that have been so supportive in a year where they literally just cut my job in half. Everything's gone, and you guys still show up, donate, you subscribe, you watch. So I appreciate you guys so much. So much. But anyway, someone had commented last episode. They go, Dave, you seem a little sick or something. Is everything okay? And I was like, yeah. My fiance was asleep, and we have a tiny studio apartment, so I had to be kind of quiet the whole podcast. So I was kind of talking to people like this. But yes, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I got COVID tested, and I talked about this on the live stream. I just did a game show for the Game Show Network, so I got to get double nasal COVID tested. I'm not allowed to talk about the results of the Game Show Network, but just watch last live stream if you want to know what went down, because I talked a little bit about it on there. But let's just say they invited me back for another round. So your boy's doing things, all right? I had the mustache too. I had to shave it, but I had the mustache, so I had to represent with the old cookie duster, if you know what I'm talking about. The old mustache rides. All right, moving along. Tayshia marched into the cocktail party saying, "Can I get everybody into this room, please?" Boy, that brought flashbacks back to when I was in elementary school. Boy, just a strong woman telling me she needs to see me in another room. I was immediately like, I'm sorry for all the ways I've wronged you. Tayshia pulls a Claire. Tayshia pulled a Claire. She leapt from A to C, saying, it's been brought to my attention that you think I'm starting drama in the house. It's like, that didn't even happen. You know, this is why communication is so important in relationships, because you can see how people jump from one thing to the next. Noah told her that, one thing, and he's like, so if you believe that they would think that I would, that you would give me the rose for not good reasons, then logically you could assume that you're not in it for the right reasons. And it's like he totally just danced around her mind and conceptioned this villain into her head. Anyway, that's even hard for me to explain. Does that make any sense? Tayshia pulled the Claire. Then now she goes, I'm starting to feel like you all think I'm here for drama. And then she walks out, and then nobody knows what she's talking about because Noah made this all up. She storms off, and once the coast is clear, the guys all had that same reaction where they go, did I miss something? It's like when you skip school and the next day you have a pop quiz and you're like, I don't remember studying any of this. When did Russia invade Ukraine? You know what I mean? That's a callback, folks. That's a callback. And we nailed it. We stuck it on the first take. Good callback. Because we were talking about the Ukraine thing and Russian troll bots. Okay, moving on. But anyway, the idea that a guy doesn't know why his lady is mad, this is great planning for a relationship because, gentlemen, let me tell you something. 99% of the time, you ain't going to know what you did wrong. But you can either be right, or you can be in a relationship. If you want to be right, keep that ego, stay single. If you want to be in a relationship, just find out what you think you did, apologize for it, and you'll get back to your baseball game sooner. You know what I mean? The more you know. Love the little, shut up. She's the Bachelorette. Okay. Like that Oompa Loompa dance I got. Someone's getting turned on from this Oompa Loompa dance. Somebody. Okay, anyway, moving along. Okay. Boy, Noah. Noah's such a little prick, isn't he? Noah's looking like the kid who reminds the teacher she forgot to assign homework right before the weekend. You know, the teacher's like, and that's it. And the kid's like, but I thought we needed to do math. And everyone's like, shut up, Noah. We had a good thing. The visual of the dudes reacting to Noah's nonsense is hysterical. Noah's like, yeah, I'm the one who talked to her. And all the guys are like, what? They all start pointing at him. They look like a Michelangelo painting. You know, when you've got Sistine Chapel body language, somebody done messed up. You're just pointing at someone naked with your little dilly hanging out. Bennett scolded Noah like an angry stepdad. I didn't come here to breastfeed you. Gotta love angry stepdads. They're like, I'm only here for your mom, not for you. So just let me through it and don't be a cockblock. Okay, we have Rose Ceremony Bloodbath. This felt like a Game of Thrones episode. Lot of lives ruined. We had Joe, Kenny, Chasen, the guy with the glasses. I couldn't remember his name. Anybody else want a spin-off show? We need to have this. We need to have a spin-off show where Chris Harrison and Ed drink red wine and talk about the topical news of the day. Wouldn't that be nice? Just hanging out. You got some, Chris Harrison, the ageless warlord, and then you got Ed, that smart mathematician that doesn't really have much social value. I think it would be fun. A couple quick shout-outs before we get out of here. I wanted to shout out Angelica, Lala, and Alana. Thanks for joining the Patreon. You guys have joined the private membership community, which is what helps pay the bills, patreon.com/thesap. I'll put that in the notes. It's where I've got my podcast with the extra solo content. If anyone likes what I'm doing with you guys now, I do that every week. I do it on the Patreon. You can listen to it while you do your chores or while you make love, whatever it is you need to do to get to where you need to go. Just let me know. Catherine, thank you so much. A $25 Venmo donation. So sweet. I really appreciate it. When these Venmo donations come in, I mean, to think I have so much to be grateful for this year that on Thanksgiving tomorrow, I will be very, very thankful for all of you guys. And how can I not thank Amy? Amy from Amy's All Natural, locally crafted handmade soaps. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Is that showing up? Look how nice that is. There it is. Wow. Look at this. She sent us 6 of these soaps, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these soaps. Look at this. If anyone's doing Small Business Saturday this week, you want to buy some gifts, go to Amy's allnaturalsoap.com. Am I saying that right? Amy's allnaturalsoaps.com. I'll leave a link in the description. But thank you so much, Amy, over there in Massachusetts. That's our first Christmas gift of the year. Thank you so much for the Christmas gift. I appreciate it so much. And let's do a revenue report. We'll get out of here. YouTube's been pissing me off because I know you guys are watching. The retention rate's really high, but ever since week 3, ever since the election, it's thrown off our revenue. So this week, week 6, had 2,900 views, only 14 new subscribers, and made $22.54. So here's week 1 through 6. Week 1, $20. Week 2, $116. Week 3, $161. Week 4, $55. Week 5, 43. Week 6, 23. You're killing me, YouTube. We were on a roll there for a minute. Papa was ready to buy a new pair of shoes. We were hanging out. And now I went to go buy a turkey today. Get this. I went to buy a turkey, 25-pound turkey in Los Angeles. $145. Are you kidding me? I'm doing Thanksgiving alone with Tasha because we're trying to quarantine from everybody. It's our first year doing the holidays alone in Los Angeles. Your boy's not spending 200 bones on a turkey. No thanks. Foul play, if you will. I'll drink one of those blended intestine smoothies before I do that. Anyway, let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and I wanted to tell you this. This year, I'm going to be doing Vlogmas for the first time, which is a vlog every day from December 1st to December 25th. I'm getting out the drone. I got the dog in a Santa's costume. We're going to have a ton of fun. So in order to prep for Vlogmas, let YouTube know you're watching my other content. I'll put a link over here where you can watch my other vlogs. They're fun. They're road trip stuff. It's just me BSing with you guys. But if you could watch my other content and comment on it, hit the likes up button, it lets YouTube know that you're not just here for the Bachelor news. Some of you guys are, but some of you guys are coming on for the journey, and I appreciate that. So hit the alert, hit the subscription button, and on December 1st, I'm going to be doing some fun vlog stuff. I'm going to show you how we make soap. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. So just stay tight. I don't even know how many episodes of Bachelorette there are, but Tayshia still has 45 guys left. She's got to cut it down to 1, and who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, and I'll respond right away. Bye, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.